The difference between a winner and a loser with money in America is that winners, they focus on the person in the mirror, and losers with money in America, they refuse to focus on the person in the mirror. Imagine watching, say, a football game, and at the press conference after the team loses, the coach comes into the press conference, sits down and starts answering questions and begins to blame the refs for them losing the game, or blaming the weather for them losing the game, or blaming the time of the day the game was. Or imagine blaming the league association or the president of the league for them losing the game. The first thing you would say when you watch that press conference about that coach is that that coach sounds like a loser or a sore loser. You would say, why is he blaming everyone except his players and his own coaching? That's exactly what you say, right? Well, the same thing applies to your life and your money. When you have your press conference about your money and you blame everyone else except you look like that losing coach who blames everyone else for losing the game, except the person who's most responsible for losing the game, which is him, his players, right? His other coaches on the coaching staff. He needs to be looking in the mirror, just like we with our money need to be looking in the mirror. If you don't want to, losers point the finger at everybody else. We all know that, right? When we look at the world and we see people that are always blaming everybody else, the same thing applies to us when it comes to our money. If we're losing with our money, we don't need to be pointing the finger elsewhere and calling out everything except the person in the mirror, right? You need to get out and win this money game, but you can't win you can't win by blaming. That's never been a winning strategy in anything, right? You don't win in life by blaming. You don't win on the job by blaming everyone else for why you're not doing your job. You don't win a basketball game by blaming other people of why, winners don't blame other people. So the first thing you want to do if you want to win the game of money is you have to say, I'm going to stop blaming other people, blaming other things. I'm going to stop justifying and validating my poor behavior with my money. I'm going to stop justifying why I don't have any money. The main reason you don't have money as an adult, now we're not talking about a 15-year-old, a 20-year-old. We're talking about a 30, 35, 45-year-old adult. The main reason you don't have that money is because of your personal poor behavior with money. I know inflation has been high. I know there's a lot of issues going on. I know that there's capitalism that calls on poor people. I know that the Bible says there'll always be the poor among us. I know all those things, right? But you've got to stop. We, you, me, all of us have to stop finding reasons that we can't do better with our money and start focusing on the reasons that we can be better and get better with our money. We have to recognize and identify the problem with our money before we can attack and solve the problem, right? And if we don't recognize and identify that we are the problem with our money, that's a bigger issue. Winning looks like this. Winning with money means you have an emergency fund. Winning with money means that you're investing in the stock market and or appreciating items that are going up in value. Again, money is this depreciating asset. Don't take a depreciating asset and go buy other depreciating assets. If I take $2,000 and I go buy stocks or real estate, and you take $2,000 and you go to the concert and then you go buy some jeans that cost $150 and then you go buy some fancy shoes, in 5 years, my $2,000 is going to be worth $4,000. In 5 years, your $2,000 is going to be worth $100. That's one of the reasons why we get this gap that keeps happening. I'm taking a depreciating asset called money and I'm investing it in something going up in value. You're taking a depreciating asset called money and you're putting it in things that are going down in value. And then you wonder 5 years later why you have no money and I have money, right? Because it's your behavior with the money that caused you to be where you're at. Winning means you have to have a sizable cushion of money. After you pay all your expenses every single month, you have to have a sizable cushion left over. That's living below your means. Living below your means doesn't mean just paying all your bills on time. Living below your means is your income. That means your expenses are well below your income and you have a cushion. And over the years, that cushion should grow and grow and grow. You shouldn't, every time you make more money, start spending more money. That's you doing that. That's not the government telling you to do that. That's not the president, whoever the president is. That's not a Democrat or Republican party telling you to do that. It's not Congress that inflation is not telling. Inflation tells you, yeah, you got to spend a little bit more. But do you really got to spend that much more? Right? Inflation does force us because inflation makes the price of every single thing go up. I know that. But still, oftentimes when you get that raise, you should be increasing that cushion as much as inflation will allow you to, because of course there is inflation. But winning with money is having a biggest cushion as possible between your income and your expenses, and then using that cushion to invest, to put towards your emergency fund, to using that cushion to pay down or pay off your debt, right? If you have any debt, right? Winning means you have a sizable net worth that's growing every single year. Every time you check it, it's growing. Winning is not keep going in debt on things going down in value. Winning is having as little debt as possible. Listen, losers in this game of money will always find a way to justify why they are losing. They'll always find a way to tell you why they're losing. And 99% of the time, it doesn't have to do with them when they tell you, right? That's part of the biggest problem. And that's why I'm saying on this video, no more excuses. Some people have a harder time. Some people have bigger barriers to get over. But when it's all said and done, it's the person in the mirror for 99.9% of us who's really in control. So therefore, the person in the mirror is where we have to start, right? If you want to win with money, you have to start with the person in the mirror. The difference between a winner and a loser with money in America is that winners with money in America, they focus on the person in the mirror, and losers with money in America, they refuse to focus on the person in the mirror. That's the biggest difference. That's the biggest difference at age 25 that helps you become successful at age 35 and 40 with money. If you're 25 years old and you refuse to take responsibility for your money, you're going to have a hard time building wealth in America. But if you're 25 years old and you want to take full accountability and responsibility for where you are with money, you just won half the battle. Scarcity mentality, pessimism, bad attitude, blaming other people. None of that is a recipe for winning with money. All of the isms exist. I get it. All of the isms, racism, sexism, ageism, name the ism, you get it. But your purpose on the planet and where you go in terms of success in life and money is not tied to the box you were born in. Your destination on this earth in life and with money is going to be tied to your mentality and how you think, what you believe, right? Your power with money is directly tied to the amount of personal responsibility you take over your money. Notice I said take over your money. I didn't say allow to happen to you with money. You have to have power. And the only way you can get power is by taking personal responsibility over your money. It's you taking control over your money. The first thing you got to do is look in the mirror and say, I'm responsible. The second thing you got to do is devise a plan. The third thing you got to do is you got to start making a budget, telling your money what to do, because that's taking responsibility. That's taking power over your money, taking the power, not allowing the money to be powerful over you and dictate what you're going to do, right? A loser with money is going to let money tell them what they're going to do. A winner with money is going to say, no, money, I'm going to tell you, this is my $200, and $200, you're going to pay this month. $100, you're going over there. $50, you're doing this month. And then holding you accountable for if you actually stick to that plan. That's how you begin to win with money. We all start at different places, right? We have to find a way to win with money. Find a way to get it done with money. Find a way to go up and around and over and through all of the obstacles and barriers to financial success based on where we start. Because we all start at different levels in this money game. Share this video. Somebody you know needs to hear this conversation about money. It's not flashy. It's not sexy. It's not it's something that it's harsh, a little bit harsh for some people, right? But again, sometimes we have to be everything can't be the sweet and kind and make everybody feel good message, right? We do those, and that's okay because everybody's different. Some people strive on that and thrive on that. But some people strive and thrive when you just tell them exactly like it is. So please share this video, right? There's some free stuff in the description. Feel free to get it if you want. That's fine. If you don't want, that's cool. Not a big deal. Drop a comment below. If you're watching this after, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this message? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please, please smash the like button for me. This video needs to get out to as many people as possible that we want to help. People that you want to help with their money, they need to see this video because they need to be empowered with money. And you get empowered by stop making excuses and start looking at the person in the mirror and taking full accountability. As I always say, at the end of every single video, it's my accountability and my challenge to you. The best person who's going to take care of the old you is the young you, the you today. Guys, do me a favor. Take good care of yourself, but also take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.